Hi friends, from the Reliance Geo image in the thumbnail, we are going to learn and understand about strategy pattern. Taking a Reliance Geo, while entering the market he has zero customer base in September 2016. His initial goal was to build customer base. When he started with the loss leading strategy, meaning he has taken lot of risk by providing network which has free voice and data services. Later, he slowly tried to penetrate market in the year 2017. He got customer base of 130 million by end of October 2017, wherein his prepaid recharge plan for 84 days was 399 rupees. Later, he captured the market with a customer base of 364 million by the end of October 2019. He has increased 84 days recharge plan to 459 rupees. With the competitive market, he is still trying to bring 5G technology, and in the September 2020 he has gained customer base of 388 million. The recharge plan for 84 days is now 555 rupees. Knowing about geo history, we now learned strategy pattern. Wondering how? Yes. Let's see the strategy pattern usage. Use the strategy pattern when you want to use different variants of an algorithm within an object and be able to switch from. Use the strategy pattern when you want to use different variants of an algorithm within an object and be able to switch from one algorithm to another during runtime. Please note down the keywords to this pattern. Number 1. Use this pattern if you have different variants of algorithm. Number 2. At runtime, you want to switch from one algorithm to other. Take our use case of Geo. Though initially he has provided free voice and data services, what we call as loss leading strategy, which leads to loss if he is not able to gain customer base. Later, after he gained customer base from zero, he changed strategy to enable market penetration and want to be competitive in the market. With the same network bandwidth, he is able to switch from one strategy to another. Hope now you got it. If not, no issues. We shall see with some hands-on in the code. We have iStrategy interface which has get prepaid plan for 84 days method, which would return the recharge amount in double. We have three implementations of this interface. One is loss leading strategy, which is Geo's initial strategy to gain the customer base. You can see here recharge amount for this strategy is 0 rupees. Geo provided free data and voice services in September 2016. Next implementation is market penetration strategy, wherein he gained customer base of 130 million and recharge plan for prepaid is 399 rupees. Next strategy implementation is competitive advantage strategy, wherein he gained customer base of 388 million and recharge plan for prepaid is 555 rupees. At any point in time, he can change his algorithm of calculating this prepaid plan to various strategies from the client. Before that, we look at customer base context class, which has option to set strategy using set strategy method. This class that contains a property iStrategy to hold the reference of a strategy object. This property iStrategy will be set at runtime according to the algorithm that is required. We have display prepaid plan method, which would display the prepaid plan amount in console. We also have a method get customer base count year wise, which would pull customer base count data from database based on the year input. Let's look at what client class has. We are creating customer base context object in the first step. Using this object, we shall get the customer base data from the database for each year. If the customer base count is less than 100 million, then Geo wants to use loss leading strategy. This has been set using set strategy method. Similar fashion, if customer base count is greater than or equal to 100 million and customer base count is less than 370 million, he is setting some target, then he wants to use market penetration strategy. And if customer base count is greater than or equal to 370 million and customer base count is less than 500 million, then he wants to use competitive advantage strategy. Let's run and see what we got. You can see from the output for the year 2015, Jio is providing a free voice and data services which is at 0 rupees, and 2017 we have 399 rupees with 100 million customer, and 2019 we have 399 rupees for 84 days, 364 million customer, and 2020 we have 388 million customer with a recharge plan of 555 rupees. Next, we are going to see the business definitions to attract your friends and businesses. Strategy pattern, also known as the policy pattern, is a behavioral software design pattern that defines family of algorithms, encapsulates each one and makes them interchangeable. Strategy lets the algorithm vary independently from clients that use it. You can see the UML diagram of the implementation we just have seen. We shall see pros and cons of this pattern. Pros are here. You can swap algorithms used inside an object at runtime. You can isolate the implementation details of an algorithm from the code that uses it. You can replace inheritance with composition or composite reuse principle. It is used to have hash association between objects. Open or closed principle. You can introduce new strategies without having to change their context. Here are the cons. If you only have a couple of algorithms and they rarely change, there is no real reason to overcomplicate the program with new classes and interfaces that come along with the pattern. Clients must be aware of the differences between strategies to be able to select a proper one. A lot of modern programming languages have functional type support that lets you implement different versions of an algorithm inside a set of anonymous functions. Then you could use these functions exactly as you would have used the strategy objects, but without bloating your code with extra classes and interfaces. This is the next thing which we are going to discuss in the next session. Why we should not go for strategy pattern. Please join me in next session.